After adding my bestie's new account on WhatsApp, I continued my daily tradition of sending her cheesy pickup lines. Babe, I've been feeling a little dizzy lately, because you make my head spin. Babe, you and I are like coffee and a donut. Without you, I'm just dry and plain. Babe, are you a can of soda? Because whenever I see you, I bubble with happiness. Babe, you must be a book, because the more I look at you, the more I want to sleep. Then we agreed to meet at a coffee shop. I stared, dumbfounded, at my bestie's brother holding a bouquet of flowers. You've been calling me babe this whole time. It's not too much for me to call you wife, is it? Wait, my best friend, did she transition? My bestie's WhatsApp got hacked. Our chat history was basically an encyclopedia of cheesy pickup lines. She couldn't think of anything clever to say to her crush. She was on the verge of tears. No, I can lose my fat, I can lose my wrinkles, but I can't lose my chat history. I was panicking too. That's not the point. The point is we can turn any conversation, no matter how innocent, into a dirty joke. You don't think our chat logs will get leaked, do you? My bestie started crying even harder. There was nothing for it. In the end, she had her brother set her up with a new account. My bestie's new profile picture was adorable. It was a photo of her as a little girl in a dress with pigtails. Her screen name was Leo Bear. I immediately started gushing. Babe, you were so cute as a kid. I hope I can have a kid as cute as you someday. Across the screen, 3 little dots showed she was typing. Half an hour later, she finally replied, "You can." I paused. Something felt a little weird. But I politely replied, "You can too." Bestie, yeah. Our kid would be adorable. Of course. A kid from the two of us would definitely be the cutest in the world. My bestie had been a little cold lately. She was barely responding to me. I'd send 10 messages, and she'd reply with 1. I seriously suspected she'd found a new BFF. Babe, why don't you call me babe anymore? Do you have a new babe on the side? I see how it is. Out with the old, in with the new. She replied instantly, no. You're the only one. Babe. I was satisfied. I took the opportunity to share the latest cheesy line I'd found. Babe, I've been feeling a little dizzy lately, because you make my head spin. Bestie, really? She paused. Actually, you've been making my head spin lately, too. Me, babe, you and I are like coffee and a donut. Without you, I'm just dry and plain. Bestie, me too. I don't want to be apart from you. Me, babe, are you a can of soda? Because whenever I see you, I bubble with happiness. Bestie, I'm really happy too. Me, babe, you must be a book, because the more I look at you, the more I want to sleep. This time, she left me on read. But the typing bubble kept appearing and disappearing. Over and over. I didn't think much of it. It wasn't until I woke up the next day that I saw her message. Isn't it a little too soon for us to sleep together? The message was sent at 6 a.m. I had just woken up, so yeah, going to bed at 6 in the morning was a bit early. I replied, yeah, a little early. Let's sleep together at night next time. Bestie replied instantly, next time? Are you sure? You've thought about it? You're not going to back out, are you? This kind of thing, maybe we should wait until we've told our parents. It's just a sleepover. It's not like we haven't had one before. Why was she being so dramatic? Though, if we were going to stay out overnight, we probably should give our parents a heads up. I nodded, okay, I'll tell my parents, and then we can have a sleepover. My bestie slowly sent a single word, okay. Ever since we talked about having a sleepover, my bestie asked me about it every single day. When are we sleeping together? She seemed so eager. What's the rush for a sleepover? I clutched my stomach and replied, I'm on my period. The cramps are killing me. Next time. A little while later, my doorbell rang. I opened it to find a delivery, a care package with a heating pad and some ginger tea. I immediately took a picture and sent it to my bestie. Babe, you're so sweet. Thanks for the care package, love you, hugs and kisses. Bestie, it's the least I could do. I couldn't make it in person, so I had to order delivery. Hope you don't mind. Next time we meet, I'll make you something myself. Oh my God, with a friend like this, who needs anyone else? I'm going to be her bestie for life. The cramps were really bad this time, so I took 2 days off to stay home. But my design project was on a tight deadline. I had to curl up in bed and work on the draft. I got so busy I didn't even reply to my bestie's messages. Where are you? Why aren't you answering me? Are you too busy? Or did I do something wrong? If I did something wrong, you can tell me. I'll change, I promise. Babe? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made you mad. You can punish me, hit me, but please don't ignore me, okay? Babe? Did something happen to you? If you don't answer, I'm calling the police. Babe, don't scare me. I finally had a moment to grab my phone after submitting the draft. I hadn't realized. But when I saw the messages, I was shocked. I had no idea my bestie loved me this much. She was panicking just because I didn't reply for a few hours. Luckily, I texted her back just before she called the cops. Otherwise, I'd have had a wellness check at my door. I'm fine, babe. My slave driver boss is just squeezing every last drop of work out of me, even when I'm on my period and took a sick day. If the pay wasn't so good, I would have been out of here in a heartbeat. And get this, not only does he exploit his employees, but I heard he chews people out like crazy. Thank God I've never had to interact with him, or I'd probably be in tears. My bestie disagreed, stating firmly, no way. He's not like that. I was confused. How do you know he's not like that? Do you know him? Oh, right, my boss's last name is also Ford. You guys aren't related, are you? My bestie typed, deleted, typed, and deleted again. Finally, she replied, not related. I breathed a sigh of relief. Good, they weren't related. It would be awkward to complain about my boss to his own relative. My bestie has been acting a lot more proper lately. She used to be able to turn anything into a dirty joke. Now, all I said was that I was on my period and my boobs were sore. She cut me off, all serious. Babe, I wish you were here. You could give me a massage. Bestie, let's change the subject. I didn't get it, why? Are you saying it's too much trouble and you don't want to help me? I couldn't believe she wouldn't help me now. We used to help each other out all the time. Bestie, that's not it. Good. We help each other out. You help me this time, I'll help you next time. My bestie started typing, you don't need to help me. I replied, you really don't need it? I can rub other places for you too. Like her thighs or calves. Bestie, you. Don't say things like that to strangers. Of course I knew not to say that to strangers. Babe, you're not a stranger. You're my person. Besides, what's our relationship? If you need it, I'll help you. Bestie, okay. She was quiet for a few seconds. Then she replied, if you insist on helping me, then that kind of thing, we can talk about it, later. I giggled, so you will give me a massage, right? Babe, are you really that heartless? Bestie. Just a little rub. Come on. My bestie seemed hesitant. Finally, she typed out one word, fine. I sent a kissy face emoji, babe. You're the best. I love you the most. My bestie sent a kissy face sticker back. A second later, she retracted it, that was an accident. I didn't mean to send you a kiss. Don't get the wrong idea. I burst out laughing. She was so cute when she tried to act tough. The algorithm really gets me. It started recommending cat ears, handcuffs, and even lace lingerie. I remembered my bestie saying she wanted to seduce her crush. Her birthday was coming up. I decisively ordered everything for her. As soon as she received the package, she messaged me. "What are you trying to say by buying me all this? Does it mean what I think it means?" I replied, "Yep. Didn't you say you wanted to seduce him on your birthday?" "How did you know?" "Me, because we're on the same wavelength, obviously. Bestie, a girl should be more reserved. This isn't right." "Me, go for it. Love is for the bold. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. Don't you want to take things to the next level?" My bestie was typing again. Finally, she replied, "I do." I knew it. We're both just a couple of dirty-minded girls pretending to be prim and proper. "Hee hee," I replied, full of gossip. "I can't wait to hear how it goes." She went silent for another 10 minutes. Then she sent a message, "I won't let you down." Wow, that's my bestie. She'd even share the juicy details with me. I replied, "Hee hee. I like you even more today than I did yesterday." Her, "Yeah. Me too." I put my phone down, and the coworkers around me started whispering. "You won't believe what I just saw." I shook my head. "What?" My coworker, "I just saw the CEO staring at his phone, blushing so hard you could squeeze blood from his face. And then, he went into the bathroom." I wasn't too concerned. "Maybe it's just hot in here." My coworker gave me a sly grin. No. You're not married yet, you wouldn't understand. Every time I tease my husband in bed, he gets that exact same look. I'm not mistaken. The CEO is definitely in the bathroom, hee hee hee. I nearly spat out the water I was drinking. How do I escape this R-rated conversation that's suddenly happening around me? I chose to play dumb. Not long after, I received a set of pictures from my bestie. It was a male model in a collared shirt and cat ears, taking a mirror selfie. The man was kneeling, his tight-fitting dress pants clinging to his powerful legs. The outfit was the same one I had sent my bestie. Absolutely divine. Tears of joy streamed down my face. "Babe, you know me so well. This is literally my dream guy. I'd trade my soul for just one taste." Seeing how much I liked it, my bestie sent me 10 more pictures of the guy. "Babe, I'm glad you like them." I nodded furiously, saving every single one. I do. I love them. It would be even better if he unbuttoned 3 more buttons and switched to gray sweatpants. Hee hee hee. Gray sweatpants on a man are like black stockings on a woman. The typing bubble appeared again. "You don't push your luck." I was confused. "I'm just imagining it." "Can't I even do that?" "You can. If you really want to see it, I can satisfy you later." I was so touched. My bestie must have worked so hard to find these amazing pictures. As a low-level employee in a massive company, I never got a chance to see the CEO. But today, the secretary who usually brings him coffee had a stomachache. She randomly grabbed me and shoved the coffee into my hands. "Hi, could you please take this coffee to the CEO's office for me?" She was clutching her stomach and looked absolutely miserable. No, wait. When I remembered her salary was 3 times mine, I was the miserable one. But I still nodded and agreed to her request. This was my first time in the CEO's office. Seeing it was empty, I breathed a sigh of relief. I'd heard the CEO had a bad temper, and I definitely didn't want to run into him. Just as I put the coffee down, I heard the sound of running water. It was coming from the bathroom. Through the slightly ajar, frosted glass door, I could see the silhouette of a tall man. Toned abs, long legs. Panting. I knew I shouldn't look, but my eyes wouldn't obey. Mixed in with the sound of the water was a low, muffled groan. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? I patted my flushed cheeks and quickly scurried out of the office. Leaning against the wall, I gasped for air, my heart pounding. Hee, my married coworker wasn't kidding. The first thing I did was share the experience with my bestie. Babe, you won't believe what just happened to me. I just heard the CEO in the bathroom. My bestie replied instantly, did it sound good? I paused for a second, then answered honestly, it did. Bestie, good. Good. Just good. Why did I get the feeling she was in a really good mood from that one word? I felt a little guilty. Babe, I feel like such a pervert. My bestie comforted me. How could you be, babe? It's obvious he did it on purpose for you to hear. He's trying to seduce you. Huh? Does my bestie see me through some seriously rose-colored glasses? I'm just a worker bee. What's there to seduce? It's never my fault, it's always someone else's. Ugh, I must have saved the world in a past life to deserve a bestie like her. My bestie pressed on, why else would he happen to be showering, and why else would you happen to hear him? Babe, don't sell yourself short. I pinched the bridge of my nose. Nope, her filter was way too strong. My bestie insisted, he's totally into your type. Me, and you know this how? Her, yeah, I know. You're amazing. You deserve to be liked by a lot of people. And I'm one of them. She really is the best bestie in the world. Comforting me no matter what. I replied casually, okay, babe, I know you're just trying to make me feel better. Don't worry, I know my place. In our line of work, falling for the boss is the biggest taboo. Besides, the CEO has a strict no-office romance policy. You're on different floors. That doesn't count as in the office. Me, you don't make the rules. The CEO does. Bestie, I know. TSK, what does she know now? The next day at work, I saw a new company memo, office romances are encouraged. The entire company rejoiced. Lots of couples who had been dating in secret went public. I quietly messaged my bestie. Ugh, I feel like I'm the only one who followed the rules. Everyone said no office romances, but it turns out they were all dating on the down low. My bestie's birthday arrived right on schedule. We agreed to meet at the coffee shop we always went to in high school. Happy birthday, babe. See you tonight at the old spot, where we first met. My bestie immediately sent me 10,000. Bestie, a birthday gift from the birthday girl. You're not allowed to refuse. She must have known I was short on cash lately. This time, I sent a voice message, babe. I love you so much. Mwah 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 mwah. A long time passed, and my bestie still hadn't replied. I put my phone down and went back to work. Just then, a coworker came back from a meeting and started gossiping with me. The CEO must be possessed. He stopped a meeting halfway through to listen to a voice message for half an hour. The smile on his face, it was honestly terrifying. Another coworker laughed. It's obvious. We're about to get a boss's wife. I stroked my chin. Oh no. He's definitely fallen in love. Everyone nodded in agreement. Inside the coffee shop, a row of Polaroids lined the wall, memories left by customers. I searched for the picture my bestie and I took back in the day. The Polaroid showed two girls in school uniforms. And in the background, not far behind, a boy with his head down was accidentally in the shot. Just as my hand was about to touch the Polaroid, my arm bumped into a guy. He was holding a bouquet of flowers and helped me unclip the photo. Here you go. I took it and politely said thank you. The guy shook his head shyly. You're welcome. Babe. I stumbled, nearly falling over. What? Babe? The man rushed to steady me. Babe, are you okay? Did you twist your ankle? Where did this cocky dude come from? I say thank you, and he calls me babe. Excuse me, who are you to be calling me babe? I was offended. The guy looked down, disappointed, and held the flowers out to me. He said cautiously, "If not babe, then what should I call you?" "How about wife?" "You've been calling me babe this whole time." "It's not too much for me to call you wife, is it?" "Somebody, drag this man out of my sight." "Who even are you? Calling me babe and wife?" He looked down, dejected. "Babe, it's me, Leo Bear." I frowned. "Leo Bear? Who's that?" "I don't." "Wait a minute. Isn't my bestie's screen name Leo Bear?" I eyed him suspiciously, studying his face. His features were so familiar. I took a deep breath to calm myself. "Wait, my best friend, did she transition?" My bestie, Jenny, used to joke all the time that if she were a guy, she'd marry me. She was always talking about going to Thailand to transition. The man in front of me had her features. But he was clearly a man. I asked tentatively, "Jenny, did you go to Thailand for surgery without telling me?" "Babe, what are you talking about? I'm 100% a man. And my name is Leo. Jenny is my sister." I breathed a sigh of relief. "Okay, good, my bestie is still a girl." "Wait, Leo?" I remembered now. Jenny had a twin brother named Leo. My eyes widened. You. Me. So it was you I've been texting this whole time, not Jenny? Leo finally understood that I had mistaken him for Jenny. His eyes dropped, and the rims turned red. "So, you thought I was a girl this whole time?" I nodded. "So all those things you said, they don't count?" I nodded again. "So, when you said you'd help me rub things?" I immediately clamped my hand over his mouth before he could say anything else crazy. "We're in public. Why are you saying things like that out loud?" Leo's eyes were red, like an abandoned puppy. I felt a pang of sympathy. But I remembered the golden rule: sympathizing with men leads to a lifetime of bad luck. "No one's ever liked me." "I thought you would. But it turns out you hate me just like everyone else." A hot tear from Leo's eye fell onto the back of my hand. "It's okay. It's my fate to be unloved. I can be alone." My heart felt tingly and strange. Something wasn't right. "I never said I hated you." Leo's eyes lit up. "So you like me?" I choked. Leo took my hand and rubbed it against his cheek. "You like gray sweatpants. I can wear them for you. Or if you like no pants, I can do that too." I quickly covered his mouth again. "Okay, stop talking." I fled. I was still holding the roses Leo had given me. Just then, Jenny called. I immediately went on the offensive. Jenny slapped her thigh. "Babe, I'm so sorry. To get on the same reality show as my crush, I promised my brother I'd give him your number. But then I got so busy on set that I forgot to tell you. So, when Leo added me, I thought it was Jenny's new account. And that's how the misunderstanding started." Jenny's voice on the phone was cutting in and out. "Babe, gotta go, I'm in the middle of nowhere, filming a show. The director's about to take my phone. When I get back, I'll beg for your forgiveness." With that, the line went dead. This time, Jenny added me from her actual new account. Screen name, Jenny F. Profile picture, a little boy with a bare bottom. Seriously, how was I supposed to tell the brother and sister apart? I honestly didn't know how to face Leo. I didn't reply to his messages for 3 days. And he, without fail, called me babe and wife every day. I thought, maybe I should just give in. After all, the cat ears were pretty cute. He. Of course, it's not like I wanted to see the gray sweatpants or anything. A coworker came out of a meeting looking like she was about to cry. I walked over. "What's wrong? Did someone bully you?" "I'll go take care of them." My coworker: "Great. Go take care of the CEO. I shall retreat." And this retreat will last a lifetime. My coworker was on the verge of tears. The CEO must be on his man period. He's yelling at everyone. It's awful. I was grateful I didn't have to go to any meetings. The next second, the senior secretary called my name. The CEO loves your design draft. He wants to hear about your design inspiration from you personally. Is the CEO that free? My heart pounding with anxiety, I walked to the door of the CEO's office. Bracing myself, I knocked. Come in. The voice sounded familiar. I took a deep breath and pushed the door open. Mr. Ford. I had barely gotten the words out when I was pulled into a tight hug. Leo's chin rested on my shoulder, his voice trembling and choked up. Babe, why are you ignoring me? Did I do something wrong? I can change anything, just please don't ignore me. You're all I have, babe. Jenny rarely talked about her brother. All I knew was that their parents had died when they were young. Jenny grew up with her grandfather in the capital, living a pampered life. Leo, on the other hand, went with his maternal grandfather to the countryside, where life was apparently very difficult. In high school, Jenny was curious about her brother. I went with her to the countryside to find Leo. Back then, Leo lived in a run-down shack. It was old and drafty, looking like a strong gust of wind could blow the roof off. Leo was wearing dirty clothes, looking like a little beggar. The first thing he said when he saw Jenny was to get lost. It made Jenny burst into tears. You're not my brother. I'm never coming to see you again. Jenny ran off crying. Leo's face was smeared with dirt. He squatted in a corner, his hands behind his back. Even though he tried to hide it, I could see he was injured. Maybe because Leo and Jenny looked so much alike, I felt a pang of sympathy. I took a first aid kit from my backpack and tossed it to him. Jenny still cares about you, or she wouldn't have come all this way to see you. But if you ever dare to talk to her like that again, I won't let you off the hook. I threatened fiercely. Leo's lips twitched. He smiled, but it wasn't really a smile. Thanks. After that, I never saw Leo again. And I never heard Jenny mention her brother. But I knew that, deep down, Jenny still cared about him. Leo? I held my breath. No way. The CEO is Leo? Yeah, it's me, Leo said, his voice low and husky. Yep, a voice that could get you pregnant. Babe, I wore the gray sweatpants. Look. Leo seemed to be showing off. I blinked, looked down, and my face instantly turned beet red. Leo wasn't embarrassed at all, stating matter-of-factly. The pants are a little small. I'll buy a bigger size next time. Is that really a problem with the size of the pants? This is clearly. Babe, you don't like it? Or is it just that you don't like me? Leo's eyes were glistening. He looked like he'd been bullied. He said, dejected, I get it. No matter what I do, you'll never like me. I distinctly remembered my coworkers saying the CEO was fierce and intimidating. How was the CEO in front of me so sad and pathetic? Leo, Leo placed a finger on my lips. Don't say it. I know. It's all my fault. I didn't mean to hide the fact that I'm the CEO from you. It's just that your first impression of me wasn't great, so I was scared to tell you. But now, I hope I can be completely honest with you. That's right. I had Jenny recommend you for this company, and I was the one who blackmailed her into giving me your number. When I first added you, I thought you were interested in me too, and I got ahead of myself thinking we had that kind of relationship. I didn't realize you just thought I was Jenny. But now, I hope we can start over. Lexi, hi. My name is Leo. Can you give me a chance to pursue you? I was a mess. Jenny was back. She came back holding hands with her crush, Chris. I was even more of a mess. You landed your dream guy already? Jenny's face was glowing with happiness. It took seduction and a few threats to win him over. I suffered in the wilderness for a month for him. What about you? Did my brother win you over? That subject just made me mad. Do you have any idea how many perverted things I said to him because of your little mistake? Jenny smirked. Oh. How perverted? Forget it. It's a long, tearful story. I reflexively pinched the bridge of my nose. I think I need to move to another planet. To soothe my wounded soul, Jenny decided to take me out for a good time. The bar we went to was one she owned. It was a legitimate business, no funny stuff. The bar was basic, but the male models were not. I was eager. Aren't you afraid your man will get jealous? Jenny shushed me. I'm the owner. This is just normal work. I nodded. Hee hee, good point. You've been working so hard. As your bestie, it's my duty to help lighten your load. A line of male models had just walked in when the door was kicked open. Chris stormed in, fuming. Jenny, am I not enough for you? Yikes. Am I supposed to be hearing this? Jenny's expression changed instantly. Sweetie. It's all a misunderstanding. Lexi ordered all of them. Right, Lexi? I looked at Jenny's forehead, where the words "help me" were practically written. I nodded vigorously. The next second, the door was kicked open again. Babe. Were my cat ears not cute enough? Or were my gray sweatpants not good enough? Yikes. It was Leo. I met his dark, intense gaze. He looked like he was about to eat me alive. I glanced over at Jenny, but she was already being carried away over Chris's shoulder. She mouthed silently, "You're on your own." I was carried away by Leo. He forced me to watch him change costumes all night. Doctor, cat ears, stoic CEO, professor. With every outfit change, he would ask, "Babe, are the models hotter, or am I hotter?" I sucked back my drool, my hand sliding over his abs. Hee hee, you're hotter. Leo tensed his muscles. What's my name? Leo. He pinched my cheek. Wrong. Mr. Ford? Wrong. Jenny's brother? Leo wrapped an arm around my waist, pulling me into his embrace. His eyes were dark and bottomless. Guess wrong again, and I'll have to punish you. What kind of punishment? Quick, right now, bring on the torture. I said with a straight face, "Babe?" Leo was finally satisfied. That's right, babe. And smart babies get a reward. I blinked. What kind of reward? Ooh, I'm so excited. Suddenly, I felt something unusual behind me. My face instantly flushed red. I jumped up. Leo, you. But his arms held me tight against him. Leo's voice was hoarse. Babe, I remember you said we should help each other out. I help you, you help me, right? My eyes widened. No, I never said that. Leo already knew I'd deny it. He picked up his phone and pulled up our chat history. He searched for the word rub. Leo whispered in my ear, "Babe, you can't back out now." Ugh, it's not just my ears that are going to get pregnant tonight. My stomach might too. Thank goodness. Leo was just talking. The next day, when I saw Jenny, she looked half dead. She was lying in bed, barely able to open her eyes. Lexi, how are you so full of energy? She hissed in pain. Looks like my brother really can't perform. I cut her off. What are you talking about? Nothing happened between Leo and me. Jenny hesitated. Whoa, so he really can't. Ever since Leo revealed his identity, he started coming down to our floor for inspections all the time. My co-workers were on edge. Is our company about to level up or something? The CEO is watching us work every day. I'm going to lose my mind. Another co-worker had a bold theory. Is it possible that the CEO's crush is on our floor? Clatter. My pen fell to the floor. I laughed nervously. My hand slipped. As I bent down to pick up the pen, a long, slender hand got to it first. Your pen. I looked up to see the subject of all the gossip looking at me with a serious expression. Seeing me frozen, Leo placed the pen in my palm. His fingertips subtly traced a line on my hand. Thank you, Mr. Ford. Leo cleared his throat. You're welcome. He turned and walked away. I quietly breathed a sigh of relief. The next second, Leo's voice rang out again. Lexi, come to my office. Enduring the gossipy stares of my colleagues, I walked stiffly into the office. The moment I was inside, Leo pinned me against the door again. Babe, you're being so cold to me. I pushed him away. I agreed to let you pursue me, but I didn't agree to be your girlfriend. Leo looked like he'd been struck by lightning. I thought after you touched me last time, we were in that kind of relationship. He looked down. I guess I was getting ahead of myself. So you can touch someone even if you're not in a relationship. The way he said it made me sound like I'd used him and tossed him aside. I said guiltily, I'd had a little to drink back then. Leo looked at me with those wet, puppy dog eyes. Does being drunk mean you don't have to take responsibility? It was my first time. Ah. I suspect I'd been set up by a capitalist. Damn these hands. Why couldn't they resist temptation? Leo, it's okay. You don't have to take responsibility. Even if my future girlfriend looks down on me for it, it's okay. Leo suddenly lifted his shirt. Your nails scratched my abs last time. Ow, it hurts. It's okay, even if it leaves a scar. I glanced at his well-defined abs. My mind flashed back to that night when I realized what Leo wanted. I got so nervous that in the struggle, I didn't know my own strength. It resulted in 3 scratch marks on his abs. They did feel pretty good to touch, though. Ahem, can't think about that. How about I put some ointment on it for you? Leo's lips curved into a smile. Okay. And if you could blow on it, that would be even better. Leo sat back on the sofa, his shirt wide open. The scratch marks were stark against his fair skin. Anyone who didn't know better would think something intense had happened. I gently applied the ointment with my fingertips, spreading it evenly. Hiss. The moment my finger touched a scratch, Leo let out a sound. I looked up. Did I hurt you? Leo gritted his teeth, the corners of his eyes red, a sheen of sweat on his forehead. It doesn't hurt. I looked down and continued applying the ointment. After I finished, I instinctively blew on it. His abs tensed for a second. Leo immediately pulled me into his arms. Don't, look. He said, his ears red. I'm wearing the gray sweatpants. My ears were filled with the sound of his ragged breathing. He didn't let me go until his breathing evened out. Babe, we're in that kind of relationship now, right? Leo asked cautiously. I sighed. Let's try it out first. If it doesn't work out. Leo immediately shut me up with his lips. This time, not with his hand, but with his mouth. My lips were numb. He finally let go. Don't say that word. It won't happen. We'll be together forever. Leo seemed to have a trauma response to that phrase. He held me tightly and wouldn't let go. I comforted him. Okay, I won't say it. Leo let out a satisfied hum. He pushed his luck. Then say you like Leo. I obliged him. I like Leo. Say you want to be with Leo forever. I want to be with Leo forever. A silent tear rolled down Leo's cheek. I panicked. I already agreed. Why are you crying now? Leo shook his head, smiling. Babe, I'm just so happy. Because my baby said she likes me and wants to be with me forever. Jenny was getting married. She asked me to be her maid of honor. I went with her to try on wedding dresses and noticed her slightly rounded belly. Babe, you're not knocked up, are you? Jenny patted her stomach. I just ate too much. I'm not pregnant. Jenny hugged me. Ugh, babe, I'm getting married. Now I have to be a good wife. That jerk Chris won't let me go to bars anymore. And he won't let me call you babe. A man can stand a lot of things, but he can't stand another babe. What's wrong with me calling you babe? Jenny, he said he's the only babe I can have. I snorted. So how did you choose? Jenny, of course I said I only have one babe. And that's you. That's more like it. At the wedding, Jenny didn't toss the bouquet. Instead, she handed it directly to me. Babe, I want you to be happy forever. I've already picked out your husband for you. My brother is a good man, doesn't mess around, will let you boss him around, and will give you all his money. He might be tough on others, but he's always patient and gentle with the person he loves. I took the bouquet from Jenny. As if on cue, Leo sidled up. I glared at him, my eyes red. You cheated. You had my bestie put in a good word for you. He nervously handed me a transfer agreement. Babe, my money, my cars, my house, it's all yours. And I'm yours too. Will you marry me? I opened the contract. Taped inside was a diamond ring. Put it on for me. Leo was afraid he'd misheard. What did you say? I placed my hand in his. I said, put it on for me, you idiot. Okay. Leo's hands trembled as he slipped the ring on my finger. When he looked up, his eyes were already red. I brought Leo home. My parents are both teachers, and they were very pleased with him. Jenny's brother? That's wonderful. Jenny was already like a goddaughter to us. Now her brother is practically half a son. My parents knew Jenny's parents were gone, so they had adopted her as their goddaughter. Now with Leo as their son-in-law, it was like a double blessing. Leo seemed to cry easily. Look, my parents just served him some food, and he was already moved to tears. Under the table, I took his hand and whispered, Leo, from now on, my parents are your parents. Leo squeezed my hand. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you for coming into my world. On our wedding night, I looked at the face that was a 90% match for my besties and hesitated. Babe, no, this is wrong. I feel like I'm sinning. Leo was lost in passion. What's wrong, babe? I couldn't bring myself to say it. I feel like I'm with Jenny. Leo's eyes widened. Then what do we do? He was sweating. Babe, I'm so uncomfortable. I thought for a moment, then pulled a silk scarf from the drawer. I blindfolded Leo. There, that's better. I'm a genius. Leo was anxious. But, I can't find. My face flushed. Just stay still, let me. Post-wedding bestie chat. Jenny glanced at the marks on my neck and grinned. Is it big? What? What's big or small? Big. Jenny smirked. Oh my, I was asking about his pecs. What were you thinking? Ed. You'd better be. What about your husband? Jenny blinked. What do you mean? The next second, she nodded seriously. Big. I covered my mouth to laugh. I was asking about your husband's pecs, too. Jenny shot me a playful look. You'd better be. We looked at each other and smiled. And took a sip of our coffee in unison. Leo's story. My name is Leo. My mother was an ordinary person. Against my grandfather's wishes, she married my father, who was from a different social class. Just as my grandfather predicted, my father cheated on her. My mother and father were arguing in the car when they got into an accident. Both died on the spot. At the age of 10, I lost my parents. My maternal grandfather lost his grip on reality because of it. He hated my father's family, and he hated us for carrying my father's blood. To atone for my father's sins and to take care of my grandfather for my mother, I decided to move to the countryside to look after him. That year was the first time my sister, Jenny, and I were separated. My grandfather's condition worsened. Sometimes he treated me like an enemy, ordering me around and abusing me. Other times, he treated me like a dear friend, confiding his deepest thoughts. He refused to go to a nursing home, wanting only to stay in our old house. It was as if he was waiting for someone. I knew he was waiting for my mother, who would never come back. During those years in the countryside, I often thought of my sister. One day, I returned to the capital and went to her school, just wanting to catch a glimpse of her. In a coffee shop, my sister was sitting alone in a corner. A group of thugs started harassing her. I was about to step in and protect her when a girl with a bowl cut came over, brandishing a stick, and smacked one of the thugs on the leg. "You dare mess with one of Lexi's people? Did you not get beaten enough last time?" The moment the thugs saw her, they backed down. "Lexi, I didn't know she was with you. I'll leave right now." The girl blocked their way. "So it's okay to harass people as long as they're not with me? Looks like you want a little trip down to the police station." The thugs quickly nodded. My fault, my fault." Chewing on a lollipop, she glanced at Jenny. "She's the one you should be apologizing to." Only then did the thugs line up to apologize to Jenny. Jenny was stunned by the scene. Lexi thought she was scared. "Don't be afraid. Jenny, wow. You're so cool. I like you." "Jenny, your name is Lexi? As in, sexy Lexi?" "No, as in, the Lex in lexicon." Jenny laughed and linked her arm through hers. "Hi, I'm Jenny. From now on, you're my best friend." "Jenny, you don't want to be?" "Lexi, I do." The coffee shop owner had just bought a Polaroid camera and wanted to make a photo wall. "Little sisters, want me to take a picture of you for the wall?" Jenny and Lexi looked at each other. "Yes, thank you." The photo captured the beginning of their friendship, a moment that would never fade. It also captured the background behind them. The owner murmured, "The young man in the back is quite handsome." I looked at the photo pinned to the wall and smiled. But I committed her name to memory forever. Lexi. I returned to the countryside to continue taking care of my grandfather. One day, my grandfather threw a kettle of hot water at me, burning my hand. He was having an episode and wouldn't let me in the house. I had to sleep in the simple shack I'd built outside. I never expected Jenny to come and see me. I was so happy. It meant we were always thinking of each other. But my grandfather didn't like strangers. I heard him smashing things inside the house. I had no choice but to say harsh things, to tell Jenny to get lost. To never come back to the countryside. I didn't want her to know the truth. She just needed to be carefree. Everything else was my responsibility as her older brother. My words broke her heart. She left. But then, Lexi came in. She threw me a first aid kit. I had one at home, but I selfishly wanted to keep this one. "Jenny still cares about you, or she wouldn't have come all this way to see you. But if you ever dare to talk to her like that again, I won't let you off the hook." She threatened me fiercely with her little bowl cut. She thought she was being tough. But she was actually super cute. I had to stop myself from smiling. From that day on, I started thinking about Lexi. I thought she was cute when she ate lollipops, cute when she fought, and cute when she threatened people. She was the only ray of light in my bleak, difficult life. I asked my neighbor, "Chris, I have a friend who thinks a girl is really cute. What does that mean?" Chris acted all profound. "It's over for you, man. You've fallen in love." "Oh, wait, I mean your friend." Later, my grandfather was on his deathbed. His mind cleared up a bit. Jenny came to see him one last time. Grandfather just cried, not saying a word. And then he closed his eyes. I didn't blame him. He was just a pitiful man who had lost his daughter. I returned to the capital. My other grandfather handed the company over to me and retired abroad. I would occasionally ask Jenny about Lexi. Going to a bar? Is your bestie going? Traveling? With your bestie? Dating? Is your bestie dating anyone? Jenny finally caught on. Bro, you're not trying to steal my bestie, are you? I scratched my head. What do you mean, steal? It's bringing her into our family. My words enlightened Jenny. Bro, you're right. If Lexi marries you, she'll be my sister-in-law, and we'll be one big family. I nodded. So, what's her number? Jenny cleared her throat. In exchange, you have to get me on Chris's reality show. I said, deal. After adding her on WhatsApp, Lexi called me babe right away. I was shocked. But mostly, I was happy. Oh my God, she called me babe. She even said she wanted to have a kid as cute as me. Is this her way of saying she wants to have a baby with me? And she wants to sleep with me? I was spinning and jumping. I almost fell over. So happy. Lexi must be really happy with me too. She sends me cheesy lines every day, telling me I make her head spin, that she wants to be with me forever. I'm so happy, it feels like a dream. If it is a dream, please don't let me ever wake up. Lexi said she wanted to give me a massage. So forward. But what can I do? She's my girlfriend. I have to say yes. Lexi also sent me a lot of naughty things. Cat ears, handcuffs. Even lingerie. Oh my God, I'm going to lose control. Since she sent them, I might as well take some pictures for her. I shyly put them on and shamelessly took photos. Lexi liked them. I knew she would. But Lexi wanted gray sweatpants. I didn't expect her to be so direct. I love it. I can't wait to meet Lexi. I secretly asked my secretary to have Lexi bring me my coffee. The art of seduction, highlighted. Use your strengths to show off in front of the girl. And another highlight, cater to her interests for double the effect. Perfect. Lexi likes hot guys. And I happen to be one. I deliberately left a crack in the bathroom door when I showered. Lexi came in. She looked over. I tensed all my muscles, showing off my assets. Lexi ran off, blushing. I finally met Lexi for real. I thought of her as my wife, but she thought of me as her bestie. It's okay. I'll just have to seduce her a little more. Lexi will definitely fall for it. I decided to tell Lexi the truth, that I'm her boss. Honesty is the ultimate weapon. Did I win Lexi over today? No. Did I win Lexi over today? No. Jenny and Chris are already getting their happy ending. Where's my happy ending? Even a bitter one is still an ending. Whatever. I won Lexi over today. I'm going to propose to her at Jenny's wedding. Will she say yes? She will. Lexi wrote this.